Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the under-19s and under-21s Youth Beach Volleyball Tour first round here. The under-19 boys competition match just getting on the way. This is the very first point you are watching. And a great start there. So closest to the net, closest to the camera, apologies. We've got from South Australia, Esteban and Toby Willis taking on New South Wales boys of Killian, Donovan and Adax Brienen. Killian, Donovan now getting up and out of the sand, making the error, unfortunately, though. So it's a 2-0 scoreboard to kickstart this first set of the under-19 boys competition. Should be a good match. Haven't seen much of the South Australian boys as yet, but it looks like they've got some great service pressure already. The big fella in that as well, Toby Willis. A little bit of love for the New South Wales boys' first point on the board. I'm talking about the New South Wales boys as well. Both athletes, good ball control, aggressive players as well. Will always be looking for a swing, but their shots choices always pretty good as well. As you see, a nice defensive play there by Killian Donovan. Placement over the net to Cure. Down the line, back at Adax, who makes a good over the head scoop, cut shot. The defense is good as it just lands out. I thought that tagged, but what a rally. Early days in this first set, 2 points all. Oh, looking for the cut shot. Not enough, though, on it. I think he had the defender stumped. But the points going the way of the New South Wales boys. They take the advantage. Now their first lead in this match, 3-2. Donovan to serve. Goes on Cure. But Willis goes on 2. Finds the corner, celebrates his partner's pass, which gave the options. He could have set his partner, but he plays it on 2. Finds the corner of the court. Nice little play for 3 all. 1 away from the end change. Nice play. The ball has entered the court. We'll get a replay point here before we switch ends for the first time in this match. This is going to be a good match. You can tell the rally's already along. It'll come down to consistency. It'll come down to fitness as well for these young lads. As Donovan approaches with no block. Willis with a good high pass. Cuts it fine. Adax gets a touch. We couldn't quite control it. We go around. First points advantage to the South Australian pair of Esteban Toby Willis over the New South Wales boys of Killian Donovan and Adax Brienen. Rocking the magenta closest to the camera. Side out beach volleyball to kickstart this first set, the under-19 boys competition. Going on Donovan. Tight set, taking on the big fella. Outreaches, but gets a nice touch. And another ball enters the court from court number 2. The under-21 boys division on the court. Some big hitters finding some unfortunate chunks of sand that allows that ball to come onto this center court. And when they are warming up, we would appreciate it if they were considered. But, you know, they're going through the process. They're going through their systems. It's fine. Back here, going on Donovan again. High. Donovan this time. Good snap, but just sends it wide. It was a great swing. He should be confident, should be happy with that. Not missing by much. The South Australian boys up by 2, 5-3 now. So Toby Willis, the big fella, serves and serves long. A little bit of a breeze out there on centre court, so a slight end advantage as the sun doesn't play a factor now. We're about midday, high in the sky. Donovan with the jump serve at Esteban Cure. Oh, he gets the job done with a deep dig, causing confusion for Brienen there. So both sides working out their flow, their rhythm. Still very early days in this match. Only a 2-point buffer. No cause for concern as yet. But as they work out what's working for them, what's not. What do they change? What do they keep the same? As Cure serves. Down the middle of the court, Donovan takes it. Good bump set. Aggressive approach. Threads the needle down the middle. It's a nice play for those boys, as they look like they're still working out their handshake as well. They get the job done. 5 points for them. I've seen plenty of these guys on the New South Wales tour. Brienen, Donovan. Tremendous skills. Both not tall players. And in saying that, they are quite tall for their age. There's just some tall timber around the country in this sport at the moment. And their skill and finesse will shine through a little bit as the points go on. So we've got a replay again here on center court. We've got 5 points, serving 6. So we've got 7-5 scoreboard. This time they change it up and serve on Adax Brienen, and they probably won't do that again with a great swing by him. Crunching across court. Like we said, good skills from these two. They've got the control to be able to set up options upon their attack. They play a fairly mainstream style of side-out volleyball. We might see some adjustments in their play, but you don't fix what ain't broke. As Donovan goes back to serve, jump serve, down the middle of the court, to the big fellow and gets a touch ace serve. We're back level at 7-all on the end switch. They go around. They'll serve with the wind to their back now. That's a good end for the New South Wales boys as they find a little more aggression, a little bit more confidence. Like we said, they're an aggressive pair in their playing style. Confident young men from the New South Wales Youth Beach Volleyball Tour. Great pass there from Toby Willis. Overhand dig. Donovan down the line. Good touch on the block. Back over. Confusion. They scramble. Adax, with the pokey. The question's asked to the referees. He's called a net touch at the moment. And the call will stand. On back level. Not back level. We're going to confirm this score in a second. Advantage South Australia, I believe. 8-7. Looking down on the score bench. The scoreboard on the court says 7-all. We've got it right here, though, folks. It's 8-7. Advantage South Australia. And a tough serve there from Toby Willis. Causing havoc on the Donovan pass. Like we said, breeze at the back this time for the New South Wales boys. So reception will be a bit different. Good serve again from Toby Willis. He gets out the blocked. Easy scoop there for Esteban. On 2. Adax controls. Good hands there from Donovan. Oh, he swings hard. Willis gets a good piece of it. He just pushes it wide. Super play there for the New South Wales boys. Adax Brienen. He's got a powerful swing, explosive jump. But he's just known for his swing as opposed to his shot choices. He's just aggressive, and he backs his skills most of the time. And we saw earlier why. This time, the big fellow with some finesse, just over the top of the block. Again, all 4 athletes, both teams figuring out what's working, what's not. They'll make their adjustments accordingly. Esteban Cure serves on Donovan. Good pass there. Adax with a nice set. Willis get a nice piece on the block, turns, touches on 2. Adax pushes high, no block. Big defensive up from the big fella. No block, the big man swings, crushes it down the middle. Dangerous when this big man approaches and then there's no block. A free swing and he puts it away. Getting double figures first. They're actually up to 11 points now to 8. Getting too caught up with watching the game as opposed to telling everyone on the live stream the score. It is 11-8. scorer next to me. He's doing a good job. Thank you, sir. The guys in the office here working hard from Volleyball Australia. We appreciate all their help, their love and support, and all their hard work to make these events possible and what you get to see today. Fantastic setup here on the banks of the Murray River. 2-point ball game, 9 points, serving 11. Killian Donovan to the serve. Goes on the big man, Toby Willis. Esteban bumps up onto Adax. Brienen reaches far to his right and somehow throws it back. He avoids the net, and it's a 1-point ball game as they go in the technical timeout of this first set. South Australian pair of Cure, Willis, leading New South Wales pair of Donovan, Brienen. Technical timeout, first set. Back to it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're halfway through this first set. The young man from New South Wales back out on the court. Final few coaching instructions for the South Australian pair on the far end of this centre court. We've got Esteban Cure, Toby Willis in the blue, taking on Killian Donovan, Adax Brienen in the magenta. Donovan getting things back underway with a nice jump serve. Oh, and Adax Brienen opens but has been called for a net touch. No argument, so he must have followed through. No argument. It's rare from Adax Brienen. Nah, we love him. He's a fiery character. He's a skillful, athletic young man and exciting future. So it's a 2-point ball game, 12 serving 10. It'll be a Toby Willis serve. Nice setup of play there, just couldn't convert. Adax cutting it fine. I think the key to Adax's approach and his offense is his approach. Oh, Killian Donovan thought he got away with that just then. He set the serve, and it's got to be a perfect contact, a perfect execution to be called clean, but not quite on that one. It's beach volleyball, slightly different rules. As this time he takes it on the forearm. Adax on two. Very good. We were just speaking about it then. Adax Brienen, I think his approach is crucial and key to his offense. If he's not quite aggressive to the ball, he goes to a shot and his go-to play is the swing. I think he needs to stick to being aggressive, create the options, get up high, get to the ball, and use that aggressive arm that he has. As he goes back to serve on the big fella, Toby Willis, nice side pass. Esteban, good set. Donovan steps cross court and channels it wide. So it's a good point there for the New South Wales pair. Back to within 2. 12, serving 14. Adax Brienen with a very nice scoop, one-handed. And the question was asked for the contact made by Toby Willis, and the point's still going the way. He's not sure. He might have got away with it just then. He smiled on his face. And yeah, anyway, the point going the way of the South Australian boys. Esteban Cure to the serve. On Donovan. Handled well. Adax with a nice bump set. Donovan transitions in, beats the defense. Nice play there from these boys. Killian doesn't have one of the more powerful swings from the New South Wales tour, but his placement and his skill execution is is one of the best, for sure. He plays such a controlled style of beach volleyball, composed style as well, and he gets point number 13 for the point here. We get the end switch and serves short on the big fella, and he gets the point. Ball on a string there from Donovan. So well done. So 14, 7, 15 now. Making the big fella moves short. We mentioned this morning, get the big guys on the sand to get short, reduce their transition. So he gets a nice pass this time, and Adax, Brienen throws it back. That is big. The second time that he's reached outside his body line to put it down. And we are level now at 15 all on Toby Willis. Good pass again, tight. Esteban, good out of the net, but Adax Brienen controls it. Gets up, aggressive approach. Pokey this time, down the line. I should eat my words because that is a fantastic shot by Adax Brienen. And now the New South Wales boys have the lead. 16-15 in this first set. It's a close one. It's tight. Like we mentioned, it's going to come down to consistency. A little bit of fitness may play a part. It is early days in this competition. Maybe their second match of the day. The under-19 boys competition here. Toby Willis, Esteban QR, good play into the tape. Confidence lacking a little bit from the South Australian boys as they now call a timeout to break the momentum. 2-point ball game, 17-15 in favour of the New South Wales pair of Donovan and Brienen. They're riding high on their confidence. We'll take a short break. We'll be back here shortly. What a beautiful place it is, the Moya River, on the border of the New South Wales Victoria states. As we bring the athletes back out, fantastic way to kickstart the summer of 2022. The action here, under 19 boys competition here on centre court. Donovan to the serve, 17-15 lead for the New South Wales boys in magenta. Good pass there from the big fellow Willis. Cross court crunch just wide. The lead up to that swing, very good. And he is looking for the corner of the court, which is percentage beach volleyball. He just misses it. Should be happy with that. Good swing. 18-15. Going short this time. Good pass again. Good lead up. What's he got this time? Down the line. Donovan's on it. Touches it. Doesn't control it. And a much needed point for Toby Willis and the South Australian pair. 18-16. Confirming the service order. The big man will go back to the serve now. Where does he go? The South Australian boys, Esteban can get a defensive play here. They bring it back to within one. And it could just shift the momentum as Donovan handles that serve well. Down the line, crunches it just wide. There is a good point for the South Australian pairs. We go to the ends. They swap around, potentially for the last time this set. It's still advantage. Donovan, Brienen. Toby Willis with a great serve there, dropping it short on Donovan, who had to then get up, transition. It's hard to go from low to high and convert. Donovan made a great shot, just missing the sideline. He's got a great pass. Good transition. Aggressive approach, steps in, takes on the defense. Great touch in defense, but Toby Willis couldn't quite get there. Great swing there from Killian Donovan. Down the middle. Outstretched was Esteban Cure, getting a nice piece of it. Anyway, serving on Willis once more. Good pass. High in the middle. Willis approaches. Cuts it fine. Drops it short of Brienen. It's a great play. A bit of finesse from the big man. Staying in touch, point for point. Side out beach volleyball now, the business end of the first set. Esteban Cure back to the serve. as Adax Brienen gets some of the sand off his face. They serve on Donovan. Through the middle, Donovan snaps a sharp cut shot. That is fantastic from that man. He did so well. You can see that there. Just gets his feet to the ball and open up the avenues. The set as well really created the options for Donovan to shoot. Nice play there for New South Wales boys. Set point number 1. Donovan jump serves and he jump serves long. The eyes lit up, the opportunity to get an ace serve. Would have been a lovely fairy tale ending to the first set, but not quite controlled. Willis back to serve, set point number 2. Down the line on Donovan. Scooped through the middle, touched. The flying Esteban can't quite get it. And that'll get it done. First set going the way of the under-19 boys competition here. New South Wales pairing of Killian Donovan, Adax Brienen, 21-19. Close, like we said. An exciting second set coming your way. Stick around. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for joining us once more on the live stream here for the Youth Beach Volleyball Tour on the banks of the Murray River. My name is Ben Abbott, your commentator and host for this event. Fantastic to be back here once again in this part of the world. We love coming to Cobram. The Cobram-Barooga Classic, 4 years running. A fantastic site. Really nice setup, and the local community love it. We appreciate their support as we take over this beach for a couple of days at the start of each and every year. We bring the athletes back out on the court. New South Wales pair of Killian Donovan, Adax Brienen in the magenta closest to camera, taking on the South Australian pair of Esteban and Toby Willis. Very tight first set. 2-point ball game going the way of New South Wales. Donovan Brienen winning that one 21-19. A few crucial points at the business end of that first set. Service pressure from the baseline and just some shot choices with a difference there. As we get started and underway in this second set, the first one going long and first points for Willis and Cure. Esteban Cure back to the serve. Quick equipment check. He serves on Donovan. Small pass. Brienen brings it up, and the ball contacts the antenna on the way up. I'm just waiting for a call from the referee, who's just confused as to what happened. My opinion is the ball hit the aerial on the over bump set. Discussion continues, but we believe in Adax, rolling the ball back to Esteban. It's their point on the board. So it was deemed a replay. There was no clarity on what actually happened with the ball. It did just clip the red and white antenna. I think the confusion was if the blocker actually touched the red and white antenna or the aerial, which is an extension of that sideline. Either way, we replayed the point. We're back to it. Back on Donovan. Tight pass. Brienen hand sets. Good. And Donovan goes high off the hands. You had to work hard to get to the ball. The big fella at the net. And he goes smart high. It's a really good play. So 1 point all level once more. and be Brienen back to the baseline. Into the tape it goes. Unforgiving, this net. An advantage. Willis. Cure. Oh, again. On cue. This net just says, not today, sir. The ball bounces a couple of times on the top of the tape. Having a bit of fun of its own. Level once more. 2 points apiece. Toe-to-toe early days in this second set. Donovan with a nice jump serve. High. Controlled pass by Toby Willis. Down the line, Brett. And again, that right hand is a weapon up at the net. His timing, his vision, his composure is so good. I mentioned earlier, an explosive jump this young man has. He currently got Willis's number at the moment. Good serve there from Donovan. Dropping it short on Esteban this time. He transitions. But this time, Willis throws one back of his own. A little bit too tight. A little bit too tight on that set. And discussing it now. But either way, we're level again. 3 points all. Cure serving. Deep on Donovan. They get the advantage. Can they convert now and get the advantage into? They do so. Adax Brienen gets a nice piece of it. But Willis hard off the hands. And the advantage on the end change. 4-3 as they go around. Nice swing to kick start. The end change there. Donovan controlled deep into the court. Find the open sand. That's nice for point number 4. Brienen back to the serve. They've been serving on Willis. And they'll go there again by the look of things. They do so. Tight pass. One-handed pokey set. Not quite controlled. That's what happened there. So Donovan just stopped playing there for a second and probably could have kept going. Like, you got to play the whistle. Just got to play out the point. He was an honest young man and said he touched the ball in the first phase over the net. 3 contacts at beach volleyball, whether it's off the block or not. Play on, but great play there. Adax Brienen's there again. Good hands, no block. Jumps up. Controlled swing. Esteban gets the dig. Gets up. High snap down the line. What a rally. That's fantastic stuff there from these 4 young gentlemen. And a small break here in this set. 6-4 advantage. Cure, Willis. That was great stuff. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are down here on the sand at home or around the world, depending on where you're viewing from. Drop us a line. Volleyball Australia YouTube page. You can send us a message on our social media platforms. Give you a shout out. We enjoy the fantastic sport, the future generation of beach volleyball here in Australia as Toby Willis threads the needle and crushes it into the court. We get a timeout as momentum is in the hands of the boys in blue. Back here in 30 seconds time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Timeout just called by Donovan. Brienen trailing this second set 4-7. The change of tactics maybe won't be interesting to be a fly on the wall in the timeout discussions. We're back to it. They serve on Donovan. Good control pass. Brienen high. Good width off the net, allowing the angles of the attack, and Donovan finds the sand. It's a great swing. Maybe that was the discussion point. Simply giving a bit more space off the net. There's a big blocker on the other side in Toby Willis. So a simple adjustment purely by creating space and allowing Donovan, who has been the service target, to utilize his skill set in his shots. He serves on Willis. Great set. Big man takes him on. Good swing. He's been swinging well this set. Toby Willis taking on the defense that time. In a good spot, just not quite controlling. A bit of heat from the big right arm of Toby Willis. Maintaining a 3-point advantage at 8-5. Toby Willis with a block now, throws it back down. Don't mind that, though. It wasn't a straight down block. Donovan still hit it quite high. Just maybe the shot was not quite right on that one. As they go around, 4-point margin now, 9-5. Brienen pumping his partner up. You've got this, partner. We've got this. They're up 1 set to love. They can definitely bring it back. They go on Brienen this time. He jumps in, aggressive. Great shot down the line. Esteban's there, gets a good piece of it, keeps it alive. Chasing it, no. Couldn't control the third touch. And again, a reason not to serve on Adax Brienen. Close to probably 100% side out in this match. He goes back to the baseline now. 6 serving 9. Defensive play needed here for the New South Wales pair. On 2, Donovan's there with ease. One hand over. Esteban, full stretch, gets up, keeps it alive. Donovan takes his ball, keeps it in the middle. Good height and a nice snap into the, no, just missing the corner. I can't believe that. A really well put together point, controlled the whole way through, and just missing the corner. It was a good shot. It was the go-to shot. Just a game of millimeters sometimes. And it's 10-6 now. Esteban Cure serves down the middle on Donovan. Going through the middle. Has a look. Shoots the corner. Esteban's there again. Great pickup. No block. Transitions in. Cuts it fine. Esteban Cure. That is some of your best work, sir. That is a great play by you. Fully outstretched left-handed dig. And then the athletic ability to get up, compose himself, and drop it fine. 5-point ball game at 11-6. New South Wales boys, just they need to get some of their confidence back. They're still in this. It's point by point. They're putting some really well put together side outs. It's controlled. It's in their favor. They get opportunities like this. They just need to convert. It takes on the defense now. No block. Esteban there again. Puts it over. Free ball for a second time in this rally. Adax now. What's he got? Comes in. Oh, his eyes lit up. He was going for his go-to power swing. Just out of reach. Just sends it long. 12.6 now. Something's not quite clicking for the New South Wales boys. They need to figure out what they need to change. Find what's working. Stick with it. And match it, because they have been. They have been matching with the pass, with the service pressure. The sets have been good. Shot choices there. Yes, the defense is getting touches. But you get opportunities over and over for free balls. You've got to find a way to get some points. Cure sends it wide, and they get a free point there. Donovan goes back to serve now. Interesting to see where he goes. If he drops it short on the big man again, if he goes on Esteban Cure, who's been working really hard in defense, he could be fatiguing. Is that the change-up that the New South Wales boys need? Or a bit of love from the tape. An ace serve for Killian Donovan. Yeah, here we go. The head nod from him at the front. Here at the baseline. Another big point needed before the technical timeout of this second set. Down the line this time on Toby Willis. Good serve, high. Adax is tight. He's there. He sends it long. Oh, and the first official deems it tagging the baseline. And that'll be the technical timeout of this second set. At a 5-point ball game, South Australia lead 13-8.
Welcome to Sporties Barooga. Our bistro is open every day, serving up all of your favourites. Or try our cafe for cakes and slices, barista coffee, breakfast and lunch. Sporties Barooga. It's your local club.
Visit Cobram-Barooga Golf Club. Ranked in the top 100 courses of Australia, it features 36 championship standard holes. Stay and play packages are available. Come for a round of golf at Cobram-Barooga Golf Club.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just saw one of our major sponsors and supporters of this event here in Cobram-Barooga, Sporties. They looked after us for the past 4 years. Cafe and Bistro, providing all the goods for us here down on the banks of the Murray River. An entertaining match here on this centre court at the moment between the New South Wales combination of Donovan and Brienen, and the South Australian pairing of Toby Willis and Esteban with the lead now 13-8, but trailing the match 1-0 down. Back to the action. A slightly longer technical timeout than is allowed, but we'll let it flow. It's a nice start to the New South Wales boys. Really good. Space off the net. Taking the blocker out of play. And placement by Killian Donovan this time. We mentioned earlier, his shots and placement, skill execution, really, really good. And some great settings, some great feed from Adax Brienen as the ball comes onto the court in the back. We get a replay here. Yeah, the set there from Adax Brienen really created and opened up the opportunities and the avenues to the attack for Donovan as we go back, serving on Toby Willis. A nice pass, transitions in tight and utilizes the block well. That's some smarts from the big man there. Jousting Brienen, throwing it off the right hand and out. Really, really good. As he goes back to serve. Confidence and momentum in favor of Cure. Willis. Big swing. Big scoops in backcourt. No block. Transitions in from Esteban Cure. Down the middle. Confusion at defense. Good touches. Just couldn't quite control it. It's a big play there. At a crucial time in this second set. We look like we're going to go the distance in this match. 1-0 down are the boys in blue, but 15-9 up in the second. Shot down the line. Great scoop once again from Esteban Cure. Gets up, transitions. Oh, sends it wide. Filthy with himself, but again, he's getting great defensive touches as it keeps going here on center court. Adax Brienen back to the serve. What's the tactic? Do they go? They switch it up on Cure. I think that will be the go-to move. It should be. And they do down the line. Great serve, tagging the sideline. Ace serve, Adax Brienen. I swear, ladies and gentlemen, they cannot hear me out there. I'm not coaching them. That's a fantastic play there by Adax Brienen. 11, serving 15. Back onto Willis now. It was a good pass. Adax is there. Can he get a block? Big scoop. Chase down. No block. Donovan into the corner. That is a huge play there by Killian Donovan. One-handed left-hand scoop. and then punishes a great snap into the corner. 12-15, they're coming. Can they bring it back to within 2 at the end change? Brienen down the line, back onto Cure. Cut shot. Donovan's there with ease. On 2. And that's so good. The confidence is riding as we get an end change now, 13-15. Well, it should be an end change, ideally. Hopefully our officials are onto it. Our maths was indeed correct as we gave a little friendly reminder to the duty team down here on centre court, doing a fantastic job. Allowing this game to flow. We've got 13 serving 15. Momentum shifting. A little bit of work to be done still for the New South Wales pair, Donovan, Brienen. As they serve down the middle, Willis takes it. High pass. It's a shot. Just missing the sideline. Was the shot. Back to within 1 now. Some good serving. Pressure from the baseline. Donovan in defense getting some nice touches. What do they got for this point? Can they level it up now? On Willis once more. Tough serve. Down the line, just wide. We are level. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 all now. What a comeback. The boys were down by 5 or 6 points. And now they're level here at 15 all. A timeout call by the South Australian pair of Cure, Willis. Great stuff there from New South Wales. Really just chipping away, being patient and smart with their shot choices. 15 all, business end of the second, must-win set for the South Australian pair. First points on the board out of the timeout, going the way of the New South Wales pair. Brienen and Donovan now with the lead, 16-15. Net violation call back on Willis. Running through the middle. Oh, again, the right hand's there from Adax Brienen. But a bit more pace on the swing. And he couldn't quite control it. 16 all. All back level. Willis to serve down the line on Donovan. Adax, good set. Donovan, corner to corner. That's so good. The placement again. Good skills from this man. Again, a good lead up. The tactics have changed ever in the favor right now of Brienen and Donovan. Giving the space away from the block, taking the blocker out of the equation. Even though the defense is getting plenty of touches, swinging percentage deep into the court. They hold lead at 17-16. Adax Brienen again, getting a piece of it, not controlling it. As you see, Toby Willis now making the adjustments in his swing. Got a great platform for a big man. He can pass so well, and his partner Esteban creating opportunities as well with a great set. 17s here on center court. On Donovan through the middle. Has a look. Poke it down the line. That's sneaky from Killian Donovan. And an end change. Advantage New South Wales 18-17. We see a one-handed pokey set there. Adax Brienen swings. Great scoop. Esteban QR, no block. Where's he go? Easy pick up there for Adax Brienen. Over the line. Willis shuts the door this time. Looks for two. Speed up a tempo. Willis again throws it back. Oh, Toby Willis, that's all you, sir. The confidence of that man at the net. He could have let one or two go. 100% Esteban would have got a scoop in the backcourt. Both teams red hot right now. What's going to give first? 18 all. Utilizes the block just then. Smart play. Swings it off the right hand of Toby Willis. We've got a 19-18 lead now in favor of Donovan Brienen on the far side of this center court. The New South Wales pair. Going on Willis, high pass. Esteban pushes him on, no block, swing, no. But Donovan easily picked up. What's he got? Cut shot. Oh, Scooby, full stretch. Gets out of that. No, can't control it. 2-point buffer and a match point for Killian Donovan and Adax Brienen. Killian Donovan to serve for the match. An epic comeback if they can get it done here. Willis with a great pass. Takes on the defense. He beats him. Donovan not happy with himself. Great pickup. Great position. Not the great pickup, but great position in defense. So one match point saved. Esteban Cure to serve. Match point number 2. Donovan, good pass. Through the middle of the court he goes again. Down the line, and that'll get it done. What a comeback. What a match from these two young gentlemen, the winners of this match here. Killian Donovan, Adax Brienen from New South Wales, and the boys from South Australia, Esteban Cure, Toby Willis, should hold their heads high. A fantastic game from them. I'm hoping to see both of these sides in finals later on this week. Our next match here on Centre Court, we'll come back live very, very soon. We've got a combination of the Victorian, New South Wales, Mitchell Croft, Samuel Chen versus another pair from the New South Wales Jet, Rocker Graham and Adam Fayesh. We'll see if we can get the other sibling of the Fayesh family, the Cobram-Barooga Classic winner from the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour round 1. We're going to get her in the commentary booth, have a bit of a chat and talk to the future star of the women's sport. But thanks for joining us once more. Back here live in about 15 minutes' time.